is the 5th time you took up a decision. Remember the first time you said, remove Sir Joseph from the chat room, remove Sir Joseph from the CDC, he's a spy for Unity Party. You said the statement. And immediately, they put me off the chat rooms.
Oh, wow.
The next time again, after 2 months, a lot of people ask me, oh, we want you to come back, and what have you? They put me back in the chat room. I did not say anything. Another time again, you, Akaras Grace, said, if Sir Joseph would be within the chat room or within CDC, you will leave. And on that note, they removed me. Since then, I have not said a word. I want to say to you, I'm calling because you said 2 things. One, that George Weah made me. It's George Weah that brought me to permanent. Akaras Great. I work for Jefferson Baptist Missions as Director of Missions for Africa. Before former President Weah asked me to come and join you people to tap on what we have built. I have established 4 different schools in Liberia where former President Weah visited those institutions. I want to say this to you. A lot of things have happened, and I will speak to that when I come back to Liberia. For now, I'm on the mission, but I just want you to note that everything that you have said and others have said in the past, I have not said a word. To the point that my house was put on fire because I got more vote than George Weah.
Wow.
It involved my life. Today, I kept that within me. I never said to anybody. It was never my position for me to have gotten more vote than George Weah or me stopping him from winning election. No. I went around in Moserado County, other part of Liberia, knelt down to the people. And the people said, no. Who am I to change it? I can't. The people get reasons why they cannot vote. Do you know how much time in any case I took fighting or going to campaigning? Akaras Great, you are also aware that other president, we have 6 years in power as president. He did not talk to me for 4 years. Despite has played the role as chair on executive of the Liberian Senate. 6 years I was left vulnerable. I was going directly to the people. When they say campaign, it's not today on election day. But I want to say to you and to the people of Moserado County and the people of Liberia at large, I will speak to the press when I return back. The trip has been successful. The trip has been impactful to the people of Liberia. One of those, I met a Jewish foundation in New York who pledged to give support to Liberia, 100 million. And that man walked away from Liberia, and he said he walked away because when he came to Liberia to give that opportunity, he was asked to give 30 million as a bribe.
When? What was it? Recently?
No, in the previous administration.
Wow.
Stay tuned. When I got that information, I went, just by I'm a senator, in that meeting, I went down on my knees in New York, asking, how can you come back? We are sorry for what happened. Please come back. Today, I want to say thanks to God that he has agreed to come back to Liberia, to work with government, to come up with priorities and support the initiative. For now, it's not about election in Liberia. For now, it's about our people that are suffering. You get thousands of people going without food. How do we help to create jobs in the country? He has agreed. The Jewish Foundation have agreed to come to Liberia to establish their own bank, and they will give loan to businesses, and that loan will be 3% interest. I'm even going to give you his information so you can talk to him. Thank you, Stato. Grace said you should ask me which of the high school I graduated from. So I'm here. Let me answer it. I graduated from Peninsula Secondary School in Sierra Leone, sponsored by the United Nations, and I serve as student leader in the Republic of Sierra Leone, sponsored by Librarian students, sponsored by the United Nations. The next thing he said, which of the institution I went to? I went to APAM in Sierra Leone, also sponsored by the United Nations. He also said that I extracted $1 million from a Bulgarian company.
Yeah.
The information is false and is misleading. You see, those former government officials, they know what they did to destroy this country. This Bulgarian group, it was not me that brought those people. They were brought in by a judge from the Temple of Justice. They contacted.
No, you got to give me a chance. If you want to ask questions, we'll bring you in. Let me finish.
They contacted Chairman Molu and told Chairman Molu, look, we have this investment. We want you people to please get involved to help so that the government can do it. I was able to, Chairman Molu contacted me, and then the people went, they brought in the concession after the ministerial council finished. President Weah signed the concession and brought in the concession, sent the concession to the Librarian Senate. The Senate passed on the concession and sent it to the House of Representatives. While the concession was at the House of Representatives, they stated that there's a need for the concession company from Bulgaria to give them 10 million. While the concession was at the House of Representatives, but then we finished passing it, the Senate have passed on it. So they should give them 10 million United States dollars. The people said, no, we are investing 577 million to build the Buchanan Port, to build a tank farm, and what have you. Because of that, they refused to do it. That's how they kept that concession, and they said a company was giving them $10 million. If you hear about HPS giving them $10 million or $7 million, it was that period that they took money from HPS. All Chenemolu, all that lawyer that judge was concerned about is about creating jobs in the country. They were never concerned about creating jobs in the country. As the ministerial council, as we speak, they have the conception. Nothing, nobody gave me a single cent. It was not even me, brother people. Call Chairman Molu now. You understand? Call Chairman Molu. He was contacted to make sure that this opportunity comes to the people of Liberia. Because of that, you will not believe it, what they did to Moluba Molu. Moluba Molu today. One of the reasons he lives in CDC, they recall it, Molu, they pay somebody to kill Moluba Molu.
Wow.
They recall it Moluba Molu. They drugs Moluba Molu food and recall it Moluba Molu butt naked. Because of that, because Molu was not happy for this kind of opportunity that lost in the country, that could have created thousands of jobs. In fact, 6,000 jobs was to be created in Grand Bassa County. The lubricant factory, the tank farm, and the Buchanan Port. The people, in fact, the owner of that company is the brother of the president of Bulgaria. That's what happened. So if you think that nobody gave me money, it was not me that brought the people. I was only part of it because I feel it could create jobs for our citizens.
A lot of the
told you He said that I go to, I'm a BM. BM? No, I can't. I'm not a BM. I work. Ask my friends around the world. This is why I travel all around the world. I'm not a BM. I'm not a day taking anybody money. I'm connected to Jefferson Baptist Mission. I was a refugee when I was recruited as director of mission for Africa. Up to this day, I'm working for them. So I'm not a BM.
So is the accusation that
he said there was sedition that went from the party headquarters to go break window? He lied. That's not even truth. Stanton, it was masterminded and it was a plan. And they sent petrol bomb. As the neighboring, the neighbors in the place there, they asked me if I was selling gas. Stanton, only because they said the man lost vote and I didn't want to make him to lose votes. How? How can a political party spend 150 million and you lost election?
Wow.
How? How? In Mozzarella County, I could not even afford to print my t-shirts. But I was elected. It was not about what you give to the people. It was about basically the issues, the engagement. 150 million, you lost election.
So for the record now, are you a sedition? Are you still a sedition?
Stay on. With all that have happened, do you expect me to be around there? He said, President Weah gave me a place to stay. He gave me keys. I refused to go there.
Why?
No, I could not trust the system. They gave.
You couldn't trust the president gave the place that he gave you?
I could not. And to prove it, we were at a meeting at the party headquarters with the caucus, and then there was this discussion, and then I said, no, this is wrong. This should be done the right way. Automatically, he said to me, oh, your house got burned. I gave you a place to stay. I said, no. The key you gave me, I have the keys here. I turned the place over, the keys over. I could not go to stay there.
Why you couldn't trust the former president? Why you couldn't trust him?
How can they throw petrol bomb on my house? Second, let me just tell you something. The police reported the issue to my office. I told the police to wait the case.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that CDC tried to kill you?
Second, I told the police to waive the case.
Are you saying that CDC tried to kill you?
Second, today, some of the leaders there, if they want, what they don't want to hear is, what they want to hear is that Joseph is no longer living.
Wow.
Do you know that since the pronouncement of this institution, the People Action Party, do you know that tons of calls have been coming threatening me? Of course.
Those that voted for you, Senator, are they Jowiah voters or are they Sir Joseph May sympathizer and voter? That's the argument.
Stater, the people of Mozzarella County voted for me based on my commitment and my ability to serve them, to exercise my three cardinal responsibility. In fact, the CDC leadership knows of my work, everything I have done. The video you see there, Stater, it was my friends in the US that asked me, sir, what can we do for you? I said, well, I want to support the women. They sent me money. I was able to build 8 markets. Stater, after the construction of those 8 markets in 2017, that's how I called George Weah to come for that opening of those markets. The market you see there is the New Georgia, the market in New Georgia Estate in District Number 13 when I was representative. If you listen to the statement there, I said the money that was given to me to build those 8 markets is George Weah, only for him to be elected.
The Honorable.
But listen to the video.
Yeah, we'll play again. The Honorable Sir Joseph, you care to take questions from Dr. Richardson and the other folks?
First of all, on many occasions, and one specific occasion I would like to reflect on is when I went to the house in rehab, and the securities said that I should wait, they were going to call. And they make a call, and they receive, unfortunately for the security, the radio was on loud. And he received a call that no, he cannot come. But I pretended as if I did not hear that, what was said. And then the security was thinking how to approach me, because being a sitting senator, holding the position on chair executive, you came to meet with the president. Or how will he deliver that message? I hold on, and more than 30 minutes, I was in my car waiting. The community people in rehab got first, those that selling. Why our senator will come visit to the president, and then you allow him to be standing outside waiting? That the reason there was noise. The people were getting angry and getting vexed. I had to pull away my vehicle because the thing was getting serious. The people say I must enter. The people versus the security. These are just instances. Since the election 2020, all of the senators that went for the election, CDC senators, when they lost the election, I told them, okay. In fact, they talked to me and they said, Senator, you the chair and executive, we have lost the election. We did not get support. So we want you to take us to the president so we can meet him. Dr. Richardson, it was so a shame for me to have looked at those senators and say, gentlemen, let me tell you the truth. I don't have access. My colleagues cry with tears in their faces. I get my colleagues that you can call them. Cry and say, hey, Senator, you destroy us. Why is it that you always make us to feel that everything was okay? I said, gentlemen, we can't go there. They said, no, let's go. We make a 10. It was not possible. Since 2020, do you expect those guys that lost election 2020? Don't you think each of them have one person in the house that have a vote? They went for election. These guys ran.
We can't just have the
because the same situation I faced a while ago. So these are issues and many more that impacted it negatively. Yes, I spent going into towns and villages in Mosquito County. They never saw any, even the technical college that I was building in New Jersey estates. The technical college started at the same time President Weah was building those apartments on the road there.
But you know, when people have criminal minds, when they sit everything they think
Oh, thank you, Ture. In the back. Today is to the thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the Nightly Exchange. Today is Tuesday, August 12th, and I'm here, your host, Amy, and yeah, I'm here today, and with my co-host Ture in the back. I'll be bringing him on soon. So we're here today to talk about Liberia, as usual, our motherland, our beloved Liberia, our home, and our what else can I say? Love, right? Beloved, whatever. I think that's the word. Thank you guys. Thank you. And this is the Nightly Exchange. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook on Liberia Watch News. That's where you would catch a Liberia Watch News. It's not gonna say Nightly Exchange. Please go and subscribe. When you get there, subscribe and share. First of all, let me bring Ture on. And Ture be here to make this subscribe and share the show. Like I always say, we're here to engage with each other to talk about Liberia, the good, the bad, and the ugly about Liberia. We're all, it is all of our responsibility to see the change that we want to see and like what to do something about it. We all cannot work in government, of course, but we can be here to talk and continue to talk about the good that our government is doing and the bad and other, stakeholders that the ones that want to see good for Liberia don't want to see good or want to see bad so they can come and do whatever the situation might be. We're always here to talk about it, and you're welcome. Anyone from any party in position, no position, ruling party, come on. Let's discuss the issue and let's talk about Liberia. And like we say here, share. Support us to grow this platform. We are the late night show from Spoon, by the way. That's our sister channel. Whenever we cannot devote ourselves on that, right? Ture.
That is true.
We are
That is true.
Spoon that we're born. So we'll always
That is
get
true.
ready. We're on there.
That's true. A lot of our viewers here, they actually kind of like travel along with our, you know what I mean? So a lot of them know us from Spoon Midnight, and we are thrilled to have them here on the Liberia Watch News Network, a segment called the Late Night Exchange. And we're glad to be here with them. Hopefully, we can get the rest to travel.
Right. I don't think the rest know we are here because we just kind of call up from there. Well, we're supposed to be doing Friday and Saturday there, by the way. I hope it pick up back soon so we can let the guys know that we're here during the rest of the week. But please help us share this. I always say we have to break that generational curse, right? Or that stigma that we Liberians support each other. This is for all of us. This is all of our community to come here and engage. Let's break away from that. We people say, oh, they want to come and support the bad things, right? They only want to see the bad thing when it's insult, they're there. And all of that, I think we need to break away from that and start to do the right thing, the needful and stuff like that. So that's what we are asking you to do. Share. It doesn't hurt to just push that button. It doesn't hurt to subscribe. None of that. Help us grow. Like any Liberians, you see us on like me, Ture. All the Liberian YouTubers I see on YouTube, I'm subscribing. The only thing I don't do is put my notification on because the sound and stuff bother me when I'm doing something. But I'm always trying to support, Liberian YouTubers or content creators, and I think we should all do that. Do you know how many Liberians are on these social media? Just support each other. It's not gonna instead of trying to. I know in our community these days, the bad seems to be celebrated and the good seems to be the wrong thing these days, and it's disturbing sometimes for some of us who are not used to stuff like that. But I think we can do better, and that's what we're asking you to do with this show. Okay, thank you. Let me bring Maurice on. Someone he's in the back. Let me bring him on as well. So thank you, Tura. Oh, he's not ready. Hey, Tura, what's up? Say hi to the people. And first, let me say welcome.
Hello, my beautiful people. We are here. Thrilled to have you guys here again. Actually, I have the confession. Let me make this very clear. We were on last night, but somebody forgot to turn on the Facebook notification. So we were screaming. I was screaming live on YouTube and YouTube only. So for those of you that are following the show last night, you're only following it on YouTube. And those of you who didn't get the chance to watch it last night, because me, and that tells you why. Because Amy was on a vacation yesterday.
Vacation,
so I had to take over the show, and guess what? I screwed up. I messed up, so I take full responsibility for that. But we want to welcome Tommy Jr., William Morris, G. Milton Net. Welcome, guys. Please go ahead, share, and invite somebody. Thank you very much. Morris, what's up, man?
What's up for cabinet? Yep. Amy, how you doing?
I am awesome. How are you?
I could be better.
Bless God.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we're here tonight. I guess the culture was kind of quiet today, or it was just me not paying attention. So we're gonna talk about some things. But I saw something on the social media that really disturbed me, and we need to talk about it more. You know how we always blasting police brutality all the time, and we also try to talk about the citizen respecting the police. And I think that's what's happening now, the new era of, Liberians, kind of like, the only thing I don't support when people passed away, the way to go in their, body faces and stuff, putting it all on social media, someone else's family, not giving you the permission to do that and disrespecting the remains. That's the only thing I have, I feel bad about. But when something happening that people should be aware of before the narrative or somebody, because people always come in, explain their story the way they want the public to look at them, right? And not what really happened. The video footage always tells the whole story. So I love those things these days about, what it is, CCTV or whatever it is.
Yeah, CCTV, right?
Or somebody picking up their phone and going, I like this. And that's what I saw today with this lady. But we will talk about that. That's one of our topic. And then but first of all, let's do what's on your mind. Let's start with you, Morris. What's on your mind?
Well, good evening, everyone, and good evening to you guys. It's good to be here. What's on my mind is regarding the incident that took place at the bank, at the Echo Bank. There are a whole lot that we can learn from and we can teach our people, and it has been like back and forth argument, a whole lot of stuff on the social media. And there are key things that we need to look at so that our people can learn from. The first thing, when I saw that video, the lady not even supposed to fight. You can't fight. You can't fight an armed robber. That is just unacceptable. When somebody had a gun, armed robber, you cannot fight them. And I don't even know what type of armed robber that will go and start fighting too. I've not seen that type of, I've never seen that type of robber.
You just wanted the money. You don't want to harm anybody. That's what I say.
Because normally what I know of, I have been robbed 3 times in America with a gun. I've been robbed 3 times.
Yeah, don't try that one, bro.
yeah. All the wars have been between Liberia back and forth, going back and forth, Liberia, Sierra Leone. I've never been, nobody ever point gun on me. It was happening in America here 3 times. Sometimes the longest that robbery can last for 1 hour, 1 minute, 30 seconds. For that guy to go in a bank fighting for 10 minutes, I don't know what kind of strategy is that. But like I said, you're not supposed to fight. No, when somebody comes to rob you, you're not supposed to fight at all. Not supposed to fight. That's just something you're supposed to learn. And another thing too is on the same issue. I saw I saw the commission, the spokesperson for the police appear on one of the shows. I think Class Radio, that I watched that part, and somebody asked the lady, "Why is it that you're supposed to educate the lady just in case when somebody go rob, they're not supposed to fight?" And the lady said, I can't comment on that." And they were like beating on the lady. The commission, they said, "No, I can't speak to that." And the thing here is that it's not a police commissioner supposed to tell the employees of an institution like the bank to say when somebody can rob you, you're not supposed to fight, turn over the money. No, that's not the job of the police. The bank is an institution, is a bank. They're supposed to educate their employees. They're supposed to tell their employees that, look, when somebody come rob, don't fight, this and that. That's not the police work. Every institution has the rules, the do's and the don't. Tell your employees these things that you do, things that you're not supposed to do. Imagine if that police spokesperson sit on the show and say, yes, when you're working at a bank, somebody can rob you, don't fight, get the money. Tomorrow, somebody go to the bank. I mean, you have to first look at the society. And somebody rob, they will say, oh, but the police said it, they connive this and that, the police. No, that's not the job of the police. The institution is supposed to educate you. That's why everywhere we work, when you go to work, they give you the handbook. It tells you the things that you're supposed to do, the things that you're not supposed to do. The bank's supposed to educate their employees. Like any other institutions, like, bro, they're supposed to do that. Not just government, not just the police. I give it back to you, Emmy.
Thank you. I think that the police can also say that. I mean, not in depth or like a training level. The police can say, we advise the public, in case something like this is danger.
No, I agree. In general, I agree.
Yeah, to not put your life at risk and fight with someone who has a weapon, you know. And then you're right. The institution is supposed to also, but I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she was really thinking.
She's not educated to it.
If that person was real, if he was a real robber, he would have just killed her over there, and her own would be done. I'm sorry, I'm not dying for nobody's money. No. Okay, I will protect the areas of the, but you walking on me like that, dude. Where you park at? You want me to help you? I can help you. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be fighting you. What was she thinking?
You're not even supposed to shake.
Give her some cash, but
when they point out gun at you, you're not even supposed to shake. Just stand where you are and stiff. You're not even supposed to shake. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure, you got anything to say about that? Did you see the video he was talking about? Because I think I saw it. But before you come into it, there was another story to that though, and Tatas and I were talking about it the other day. That guy wasn't really a bank robber. That his girlfriend, I don't know where that story came from. And we're talking about it the other day. That his girlfriend was working in the bank. That he left his wife. I don't know if y'all heard that story.
Well, yeah. There are a lot of stories to that.
I heard it from the spokesperson, from the police spokesperson, she said, for the investigation, they don't know each other. They just are social media story that the lady and the robber, they have never even met. They don't know each other. The man is married and something like that. You say there's no connection between the two of them. That's something that she also said from a report. So there's no connection between them.
If people just made that story up, that's horrible.
Yeah. So there's absolutely no connection between them.
Well, it could be two things. Either there's no connection between them, or the gun he had was a fake gun, or he didn't want to inflict any kind of harm to her. Mm-hmm. You know, and all these things could be true. But one thing I do know for a fact, and I believe you all, you know, you both hit on it. I mean, you cannot in any way recklessly put your life in danger.
Endanger your life like that, right?
Right. At the end of the day, that is a bank, for crying out loud. They got enough money from the Liberian people anyway for somebody to die for money like that. I mean, besides, EcoBank is a renowned African bank. They have insurance policy and all of that stuff. So I think that's something people need to get educated on. That just because you working at a bank today, when somebody goes steal money there, the money the person stole, it will be your responsibility. No, that's a law that the bank gonna take. All right. And besides, how often do we even hear about bank robbery in Liberia? It's not really common. But
that was my first time hearing about one.
Hopefully this should not be a trend now moving
Yeah.
forward. But obviously, like this was poorly executed. It tells you that guy was just someone who was in a very, very
I think he was just trying something.
Right. He was, but obviously he's not even a professional rapper. He's not really built for that kind of life.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the guy body language. I knew exactly he was not cut up for that. But again, circumstances sometimes draw people into doing some insane, things. And I just feel like this guy just fell on a very bad moment in his life, and decided to do what he did. Those that know him say he's a very well-learned guy. Some people even came about that he even taught them in school at various universities. So it tells you, his kind of mindset right now. And there are a lot of conflicting story about him too, because sometimes people don't know how to direct their frustration, how to direct their setbacks in life, how to direct breakup, how to direct a woman saying, "Oh, I don't want you no more," or maybe he felt like he have invested into this woman, and supposedly he actually left his wife for that particular girlfriend that he sponsored throughout, and that girl just bailed out on him. So, I mean, a lot of things, people come with different stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But that still does not justify anybody going to rob a bank. There should be other avenue that you can actually, deal with your situation and then actually resulting to robbing a bank. But that's that, and also another something on my mind also is that absolutely uncivilized act of abuse and at the same time trying to crab beyond, or at least stand beyond the female card.
No, I think that's one of our topics.
So that's on my mind.
Yeah.
And Grisby, obviously, his relationship with the president, I think through depth now, a lot of us now get to realize that this was a relationship that was deeply rooted in their teenage years. So there's so many things that we need to talk about, but these are the keys that are really on my mind right now. Back to you.
Yeah, I think like we were talking before I even go to the Grisby issue. That robber, you could know that from the way he playing. I think that it's not a real bank robber, right? He's not a real criminal, because how do you go by yourself to go rob a bank? But by the way, I've never been in a bank in Liberia before. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying it out loud before Vasco hear me. But the footage that I've seen, that place doesn't look like a bank to me. It looks like somebody's office that you just walk in.
It looks like a Susu office or something like that.
Yeah. I thought the bank's supposed to be like, is it not like the banks here? Like you walk in the tellers and something? Or is it a different way?
No. What happened is
that took out of my mouth. I was just about to say that. It looked more like a Susu office.
It looks like an office. Like someone's office, you just walk in or something to me.
What happened is that the guy actually walked in the bank. It's not a banking hall where the incident took place. I think he went in the hall, in the banking hall. He walked and entered in the office. I think something at the back of in the office where the incident took place. Yeah, it's not really like in the teller.
It definitely look like a manager's office or something like that.
Yeah, it's actually an office within the bank. It's not the teller. It's not the teller. The teller booth. The incident took place. No.
Wait a minute. Yeah. He passed everybody and went in an office.
Yep.
So it tells you how dumb he is. Right?
Yeah, he should have read a book or something or watch movie.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's not really because it's not really the teller, but like you stay in front of the teller and put the gun. No, it's actually in the office.
I don't know what's going on when he went put him in there.
I mean, let forget what he told me before.
But he should have read a book.
Who gonna teach you how to go rob bank?
I think I can do better than that.
Let move on to another.
Yes. I'm sorry, but so yeah, we're like Terrell was talking about the the late minister of state, right?
State and presidential affairs.
The chief of staff. I'll say that. Well, the long something I don't know about it, but the chief of staff deaf. And Terrell was there. I know I heard a lot of things about him being friends with the president, and so I seen a picture like Terrell was alluding to, like they're young, pictures from CWA, and he was like a student or something president, and
president.
Yeah.
And the president was, I believe, a senator.
Right. Yeah. In the school or something like that. And they're teenage or young adults, whatever. Pictures, in a black and white.
And for the record, they are well dressed and well groomed.
Right. They are. Let me see. I don't have the picture on here, but I will look for it later. Yeah, it was a sad news. And I don't know if he was sick before, but it was kind of sudden and surprising for me when I heard. I was like, "What happened?" But our condolences goes out to the to the family of Mr. Grigsby, and may his soul rest in peace. And and so his friends and like the president and other people, his loved ones. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Absolutely. I mean, he was definitely a trailblazer, someone who have served in multiple governments. Going back to Tobler.
Oh, he too?
Oh yeah, he obviously served in the Ellings. I mean, matter of fact, he served the same role actually in Ellings administration, and now Obaka. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what the president. Maybe he did a good job to the president. That's what the president.
Well, you know what? They said that old fire Trump ain't not hard to catch. You know what I mean? When people like bro, it's such a narrow place. Everybody know everybody, and when you're friends with somebody, it's like a friendship of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. As long you not follow their girlfriend or their wife, but and these guys, they have been able to maintain that friendship all these years. Ellen did put a lot of her friends on. Some of them were just going to Labrador and just on some bogus contract, get some money and come back to the state. So there were so many things that happened under Morris. Under Morris, then led UP government under Madame Salif. A lot of Coco Jumoko didn't happen. Where old friends are leaving the states to go there on a 2 weeks, research, purported research something.
Consultants.
Exactly. Take an exorbitant amount of money and then come right back to the states. Yeah.
Oh, money.
Oh, yeah.
Is that my leg in there?
I mean, enter the, let me enter the.
Don't get started with my people, I beg you. Don't get started here. You can't bring your behind here. Look unto that thing here.
Yeah. That's exactly how this sounds.
Let me call my auntie Auntie Bravo. You lie. But go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad time in the country. I mean, the passing of the Minister of State is a huge loss to the government and the country at large. The former minister and the president came a long way. He started with Madam Salif. He was, I think, superintendent in Sano County. Before Madam Salif brought him in the state, has to be as the Minister of State. And between him and Bouaka, they came a long way. Like we all seen from high school. And this man was somebody who he was so experienced. He was not the kind of chief of staff to the president. I was just all over the place. I mean, and he could connect with just everybody. He was like a mentor for everybody, for all the other, government ministers. I mean, a 75-year-old man, he got a lot of experience, And 2023, he was actually coming. He was supporting coming. I don't know how that happened, but he was supporting coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, second round, he joined his friend. and all of a sudden, President Boubacar making a chief of staff, and this happened. Most time, presidential appointment sometimes it's not really more focused on the qualification. And most time, focused on the commitment, the trust. I mean, every president, when they become president, as much as they want to appoint people that qualify, but they also focus on the commitment. Nobody want to appoint somebody as a finance minister, you don't trust the president, or as a defense minister, you don't trust the president. No, there are certain key positions you have to trust the president. Even here, when Obama became president, most of the key government officials were people that he knew from the law school, or he Buddhists from the law schools. You know, this happened, everywhere. So, but I mean, it's a huge loss. I just hope and pray that the replacement will be somebody that it will not create a huge vacuum for the government, for the country.
Well, I mean, look, let me just come in on that a little bit. So basically, we know it was a huge loss, and we know very well, like I said earlier, it was a trailblazer, someone who has, a vast experience in foreign relation. Testament to that, he was actually being recognized, or at least not recognized, in a very positive. I mean, how about this? The U.S. Embassy in Liberia, Morris' former employer, but Morris a lot. I mean, you work for the people. So they sent out a condolence message. Directly from their Facebook page, the U.S. Embassy in Liberia,
President,
giving their condolences to the people of Liberia, to the president, and they went as far as saying that this is a huge loss, and they talk about his contribution to building that bilateral and multilateral relationship between Liberia and America will be missed deeply. You know what I mean? So
that's funny though, too.
So it tells you, that his contribution was not only to the Liberian people, but also even in the US, he had that influence.
No, because the minister of state kind of work, kind of he or she is kind of like the should I say the deal maker or something like that between the president, like who goes to the president, who come in, who goes in, who doing all of that. But we heard a different side from certain media platform. We heard nothing but the bad things about him. So it's kind of funny that the international community, or like they would like to say our partners, kind of acknowledge him on a different level, or in a different light from what we have been hearing about him.
I'll look for the direct quote right now. What the embassy.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny, like that shows that sometimes some of these things that we hear, we have to do our research and not just run with them. That's that's the point I'm trying to, because if it's with me, all I know about Grizzly is he should be out of there. He's not doing anything. He fooling the president. He corrupt. He just want why the president haven't fired him yet. That was the propaganda, right? He's so much blah blah blah. So how can the U.S. government of all saying these things about him? That's why I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, because it's just simple. Look, the president connect to the entire world. So that's why you have the chief of staff, the minister of state. The minister of state is like the direct link to the president.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So everybody interact with
him first.
With him first to get to the president. Let me tell you something. And there's a reason why. I think there's a reason why the U.S. embassy sent this. They elogize the former minister so well, because. Do you know, and a lot of people don't remember, do you know that when Minister Magay was the chief of staff, the international community complained, even the embassy complained that it was difficult to get to the it was difficult to get to the president. It was difficult. Even email, when they send the president email for Maggie to respond to the email, it was taking time for Maggie to even respond to just email, respond to email. And so that in responding to the email, it's not even diplomatic. They complain. Yeah, complain that they might get it. It's difficult for them to get to the president, and they're not getting the rightful response they expect to get. Even email, when they send the president, when they send the email for them to even reply, and it will take 2-3. They got to call.
They were treating the international community like they were treating the Liberians.
Exactly. They were just like, they don't care about what it means to be in the president's circle, to be a chief of staff, to be a president office. He didn't. I don't know whether he was not trained, whether he didn't know.
Yeah, so, that's what I'm going to ask you. Was it don't care or didn't know?
Exactly. He wasn't care. So I think we all know is Bouaka is a very old, experienced man. This man is a 75-year-old man. They may come with huge experience. So Bouaka did not listen to the North, and the international community they didn't bother to listen to it. They do not care for their social media. Angry people then coming on Facebook to talk. They don't make that decision based on that. They make that decision based on their own personal interaction. Exactly. That's how they make their own decision. So it was right for them to come out to praise the man, because while their interaction with the president, it was so unique, it was professional as compared to there's the past Maggie, when Maggie was chief of staff. It was a disaster, But I give it back to you.
Sometimes it's about not knowing what they're doing. Then maybe some of the things that Miguel did, I want to be fair with him a little bit. Maybe he did not know what a chief of staff is supposed to be doing. Everybody was just grabbing position and not knowing, and just feel like, oh, I'm close to George Weah, I'm the best friend of George Weah, and that's it. No, you dealing with international, partners. You're supposed to be professional and be prompt on these things, and especially people like the U.S. and you engaging with them, you doing, you having projects or whatever the situation might be. They're trying to get in touch. They want that promptly as they,
exactly.
In the president's office to be working. You're working like Monday to Friday or whatever. If I send you an email on a Monday, I expect somebody to be checking the email every hour or every 2 hours to respond to those emails. So I don't know if Miguel, he had a secretary or he had his assistant, administrator. I don't know what it was, but I just think they were doing it because a lot of people even in Liberia complain about that, about getting to George Weah. So I think they were treating people all across the board. So now I'm starting to think that he really didn't know what that position meant. Like the weight it carries. I don't think.
But the president, but we have said he didn't know the weight the presidency carries. So how a chief of staff will know?
Can I come in a second? So I'm able to read this, but I'm not going to be on camera because for some reason I'm using my cell phone to. But can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a statement from the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. They say U.S. Embassy Monrovia has lost a crucial long-term friend, a colleague, with the passing of Sylvester M. Grispe, Liberia's Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. As we mourn his death and extend our deepest condolences to his loved ones and all Liberians, we also celebrate Minister Grispe for his invaluable contribution to the U.S. and Liberia bilateral relationship. Minister Grispe was a true leader, an international statesman who made Liberia and the world a better place. He will be missed but never forgotten.
Oh, that was nice.
That's coming from the U.S. Embassy right there. So it speaks volume to the man he was and his contribution on the international stage. So, you can't make that up. That's not something that you can buy. That is not something like you can lobby for. That is not something you can it's not a recognition, because we know a lot of people like Brazil, they can buy recognition. Yeah, someone can go to newspaper and brave
It's important that
but I don't think you can do that with the U.S. embassy. Right, Morris? You think it's possible that someone can send some kind of money to the U.S. embassy here to write something to rescue the
right.
Can you bribe?
We got a more formal employer, so maybe it's something that Morris might know.
Can you bribe? Can you bribe State Department?
No, I'm just asking you, brother.
Because the answer to that answer your question. The U.S. embassy is like the U.S. embassy is the American government. Right. So it's just the answer right there.
You see, it's easy like brain. I just asked the man caution, but the man.
That is to say no. I think that's what he's trying to tell you.
I answer your question, Bossman.
Absolutely no. You cannot do that. So yeah, it's something people when you
who's afraid? Tommy, nobody afraid. I mean, not Tommy. Sorry, Tommy. John. No one is afraid.
Afraid of what?
He said the information is public. Why are you afraid? I read it on the U.S. embassy. Who's afraid of? We are not afraid, brother.
You couldn't come on. No, that was his camera, and there's some. He's not hiding.
He's not hiding.
You probably say you're hiding.
But I'm not hiding. I'm trying to read off of the Facebook page while simultaneously trying to be on the show at the same time. So my camera could not allow me to do both. That's why. But I'm not afraid of Big Yeah. How can I be in America? I be afraid.
You're not go back. How you doing, Tatas? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so Amy, I think
so I already have my, my dress. No, I don't have to do that anymore. See, not there. But anyways, guys, well, thank you for coming to us. You missed it wasn't your mind session. So we'll move on to let's move on to this Sir Joseph thing. I know we talked about Sir Joseph the other night, right? But we have another twist to this story. To the Secretary General. No, what's the guy? He's the chairman, right?
Who?
Jonta.
Changapu.
Yeah.
The newest CDC chairman.
Yeah. So he kind of responded to what to Joseph's position, and a lot of the CDC are going bananas for they don't like honesty, obviously. When you be honest, you did something wrong with you, you're crazy, or you're not a true sedition, something like that. We all know. But he responded by saying, "What's my video?" Saying something of this nature. I had a video, guys. I don't know what I done.
The man who said he went to the universe. I don't even say he went to the Metamorphosis universe. He met Comrade Thomas Sankara.
Say what?
And Comrade Patrice Lumumba.
But Patrice is still here, right?
No, I'm talking about Patrice Lumumba of Congo.
Oh, I'm talking about Flo.
He was long. He was murdered.
Oh.
Yeah. Those were the first reporting Pan-Africanists that really took the brunt of that brutal era, man.
Man, I had a video of this guy saying something about.
All right, since we all kind of listen to him, I think Jerry react to it. Why?
Yeah, you guys can just start. When I find out, I'll play it anyways. But go ahead.
Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, this is the thing, right? Somebody have to be the bigger person in the room and say, you know what? The way the party is pivoting, we have to call spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It will make no sense. The whole essence of a chairman is to make sure that the party hold on together. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you see, it is absolutely a waste of intellectual energy to sell something to people that are disinterested people that have made it their business to be just satisfied with being incoherent. Right? Any rational person, what is happening to the CDC right now? The CDC is literally visibly exploding. All right, it's exploding. And there's a chairman who I saw today is trying to acknowledge that and trying to also say, hey, hold on a second. This party is not, it should not be centered around one person. You know? And for those that are saying, oh, the departure of Sir Joseph, the departure of Thomas Fala, the departure of Maba Molu now has absolutely no weight on the CDC in terms of numbers. I mean, you have to be smoking kush on steroid. You know what I'm saying? Like that coming from this guy called Akara Moses Gray. I mean, this guy said that matter of fact, Thomas Fala, Sir Joseph, and the likes of all those that are departing CDC right now, it has absolutely no concern in terms of numbers. That's what he said. He said it's not going to translate into any kind of structural demise. Looking at, you know what I mean? That was, I'm trying to paraphrase what exactly he was saying. So basically, if anybody out there, he said, Sir Joseph Thomas Faladen leaving, CDC will not lose anything. And if you think that is true, then obviously you have joined the Kush smoking family. Because Thomas Fala, Sir Joseph, there's no denying that Joe Weah enhanced their chances politically. There's no denying that Joe Weah might have influenced people, you know, buying into, you know, or at least building them up who they are. But that's that. They have been able to cultivate their own base through their actions. So to say that these guys leaving a CDC will not do anything to CDC, you, my friend, you have then subscribed to smoking kush, and I get any kush, the kush that are, you know, kind of like enhanced, right? So I mean, look, that's what I saw the party chairman trying to do. They say, let Puma break a little bit.
But Terrell, why do you think there's so much in denial? Why are they so much in denial? Because that's what I see it to be.
They are in denial because, I mean, this is the thing. When certain wind passing by you sometime, you know, even when somebody tell you, say, about to rain, you will say, nah, it's not raining. But when certain wind passes, the wind I can count with little rain on, like, little, you know, when the breeze by, that's one of little water can be on the and that is happening right now. Because the breeze they're passing before the men are in denial, they say, no, that's not. But the one that is passing on a little water on the head, I think making it in the men and turn. But it is absolutely inconceivable to me that somebody would look at Mel as adjusting and see these guys have absolutely no political commodity. That is a bull-faced lie. And anybody who subscribes to that ideology that these guys leaving CDC will not have any kind of consequential, you know, repercussion, then you, my friend, you don't know the political dynamics and structure of Liberia.
Thank you.
So that would be my position. I think the chairman is sensing that, and the chairman is trying to call other chairmen to say, hey, look, all is not lost. Let's regroup and let's try to see if we can have a dialogue and have a discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Morris,
Yeah.
what do you think? Why you think Sedition is trying to crucify the chairman for being honest?
You know, and this is just a trend of CDC. CDC it's not surprising, right? But this argument that citizen make the person, I don't know where they carry that argument, because the thing is that it's just like you the man, you went in the village, you take this guy, come send the guy to school, the guy's educated now and stuff like that. you married a woman, born children for you, you will still be making that argument that I made you. No, that woman has become integral part of you. If she leaves, it will create a huge vacuum in your life. Forget about you took up on the village, you sent her to school, she educated. Now the woman is educated. She got children for you. She got influence now. So what you be talking about, you be beating your chest, she can go. I made her. Okay, you made her, but she's so much important in your life now. Are you not taking note of that? Look, the argument, CDC did not just come by itself. When you say CDC are the people make CDC. Imagine if everybody leaves CDC. What become of CDC? There will be no CDC. So CDC is the people that make CDC. How on earth a senator, a man who start from the grassroots, represented a senator, they make a huge influence in the country now as a senator. They make our schools in Liberia. They make our schools in Sierra Leone. They make our investment all over the world, all over the place. They make just one election in Montserrat County over 300,000 votes. Then you say that man go here, nobody. Are you serious? You relate to yourself? So I listened to the chairman. I think he was CEO, one of the intellectual era on Kerry Street. He said, look, nobody should make mistake. Sir Joseph leaving CDC is a huge blow. And that was the honest statement. Because this is just CDC. The Akara grade are attacking everybody. If you leave CDC tomorrow, they will say the same thing. Oh, let's see that Akara grade women, what he brought besides making noise. Oh, they were only making noise, attacking people, insulting people. That's what they will tell you if you leave CDC. So Janga Ko has a party chairman, the chief scribe of the political party. For him to say yes, they may leaving the party is a blow. That is not a defeat. For him to say that, it's not a defeat.
That's what I saw. Yeah,
it's not a defeat. It's not a defeat. And I listened to Maggie talking about the man made mistake. The man not supposed to say Sergio said that who? Sergio said that nobody. Are you serious? People will not even take you serious. If I were the party chairman, I would say the same thing. I would say, look, we'll miss Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph was a huge contributor to the party. But yes, the party still remain. We'll see how best we can put our the video, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can play. But go ahead.
Yeah, we'll see how best we can bring more people on board. We'll see how best we can restructure our party. And it's no defeat. For you to come and say, only Joe Weah can leave CDC. That's my game. You say Sir Joseph can go here, nobody, but only CDC, only Joe Weah. So that means the CDC is Joe Weah. If Joe Weah leave
but
the
that's
CDC
what I
tomorrow,
believe. That's what I
but
believe.
the man said it today. He said it after he dismissed Sir Joseph leaving the party. Then he said, Joe Weah is the only man when he leaves CDC. CDC dead. How can you even say that? How can you even say that? Are you running a political party? These guys are just. I mean, but it was just so good for the country, for these people for Joe Weah to leave, and CDC gradually has to go along the way. CDC will just, yeah. Seriously.
But they are saying that because they all know they have no political, chances. So they believed over the years that George Weah raised their hands before they got elected. So they still believe that George Weah have that. Yeah, people, no, don't let anybody fool you. George Weah is still loved in Liberia, right? But is he loved to that extent that people will want to make him president again? George Weah is loved. George Weah, raise your hand. You are Kara's Gray, who like to act like you know all the political signs and the maneuver of this and political this, and you got whooped. So everybody know you. Everybody knows what you can do now. Everybody's seeing you. You've been there for what, 12 years when George Weah raised your hand? What did you do for that community? What was your input? Now you know everything in government being bad. You know how the government's supposed to be now. But you are there, you never did anything. So the fact that they are still kissing up to this guy, that he would be their only chance to come, they'll come and push their hand up again, and everything will be the same as 2005. But they know you're too cool now. And when they didn't know you before, that was something different. But anyway, that's their mindset that they're running with. So, and I think they keep saying CDC would die because they believe that they make everybody in the party believe that George Weah was the most important citizen, and nobody else came close to him. So I guess they never raised like grown young people into leadership, into doing the right thing and stuff like that. They just had their singing battle crowd, and everybody was kissing up, paying heed to Judge Weah alone. So of course, I understand what he says when Judge Weah leaves CDC will crumble. That is true because of the way they build the political party. They did not build an institution, they built it around him. So that's why he's saying that. But I don't see anything wrong with this chairman being honest and say stuff like that. And what I noticed since I started following Liberian politics, for about 2 years now, I noticed that they don't like honesty. When you honest, you become like weak, or you're stupid, or something wrong with you. Like Senator DeLong, every time he apologizes, and people, I'm like, okay, so what is wrong with apologies when somebody owning up to that wrongdoing and apologizing for it? So it's kind of strange for me. But anyway, go ahead, Tatas. What do you think about it? The chairman's statement, and why you think citizens are bashing him, want him to lie, and all of that? Please tell you can run it on me. Let me put you in the back. Go ahead, man. You're muted.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
The people, am I okay?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Maggie is not sincere to himself. If I say he's not sincere to himself, let's get example. You see, Tomo Fala, Sir Joseph, for the first time in 2011 or 2005, for the first time for CDC to even win in Lofa as sitting representative. Only they go on 2023 was the first time for CDC to win any seat in Lofa, and which were what it was influenced or what because of Tomo Fala. So if Maggie even come up and say, only Thomas or only Joe we can win or Joe we can leave or CDC, and then CDC was there, the reason he's saying that because of the dirty deeds that he did. Or to him that he think maybe when he said that it will be removed from him, or maybe he will be saved. That will not save him.
Why would he think that? Since George Weah is no longer the president, why would?
Yeah, because that is the own mentality. But for me, I don't think that if even CDC leave the power, there are other guys then they can still hold the party, and then the party will stay move. But by him coming up and say, how they call him, Joe we again will leave the party, it's not possible. It's not possible. And they're forgetting to know that by Tomo Fala leaving, Sir Joseph leaving, is a big blow for them. Now Solomon George gone. You heard Solomon George press conference yesterday. Solomon George is one of the strong supporters of CDC.
Yeah, get beat, brother.
No, seriously. You see, because of Tomo Fala, they got 3 seats in Lofa. That is first time for CDC to win in 4 years. Where some are out front. They got about 12,000 white job worker in 13,000 some. In Gulahun, they won. They won representative seat. In how do you call it? District 2. They won representative seat. So I don't expect for Maggie to even come up and say Tomo or Sir Joseph, even Sir Joseph go is not. It better for them to come back and see how best they can talk to Sir Joseph and say, Sir Joseph, let Bagon be Bagon, come back in the party. But if Sir Joseph leave that party, it's a big blow for CDC under no condition that.
Tata, you think anybody in CDC can win the presidency apart from George Weah right now? Even if Sir Joseph was there and Tomo Fala was there, you think one of them could win the presidency?
For now, even the George Weah man for presidency, but the only comparative now that we can say maybe that only talk we can bring up, we can do the comparative. Right now, if maybe probably if he go, I can see Sir Joseph to do that same comparison, Sir Joseph or either Tomo Farah. But beside those three guys, I don't see nobody that can even compare themselves to even say, oh, let me run on CDC and say, oh, and win presidency. No way, you not even come the second. So I left for my gate to come out to be very sincere to himself that. But
sorry, you play the video real quick.
Nobody should tell you that, oh, Sir Joseph departure does not mean anything to the city. No, losing Sir Joseph is a major blow to the CDC, is a major issue to the CDC. And we hope Sir Joseph will come to his senses and come back home. But we can tell you, before Geraldine Doe Sherry left, the CDC still won in 2017. And Operation Who left when and formed ANC, CDC still won. So the departure of these people is a testament, it's a wake-up call to the system that you got to organize more. But anybody will tell you that somebody, one of your members leaving means nothing. No, you're being deceptive and you're being illusional. So to recognize the fact that this departure is something bad for the CDC, we call on him to in the near future rethink and come back. Do you understand? But whether that can stop the CDC from coming to power, no, because history has shown that even the CDC will not stop the CDC. Geraldine Doe Sherry was. Nobody should tell you that, oh, Sir Joseph departure does not mean anything to the CDC.
Yeah, so go ahead, Tatus.
You see, I think he listening to the chairman, the acting chairman now. So let Tom or how to go Maggie come up and be very sincere to himself and say, oh, Thomas Farah come back in the party. But he's not sincere to himself. These are politicians that we can talk about. Sometimes they say politicians now they are not sincere to themselves. Maggie is not sincere to himself. He listen to the party chairman. He said it's a big blow. I read it. The message is a big blow for CDC or for Sir Joseph to leave the party.
Yeah, that's
better for Sir Joseph to come back to his senses to see how he can come back home. So it tell you that Sir Joseph is a major man in the party. Under no condition someone can denigrate or Sir Joseph.
Thank you. So I know on Ture he's pleading with Sir Joseph in a way, and he's been very honest about it. Like, I don't know, a delusional person would think that if you forget about Sir Joseph, but you losing members over the days as days go by you losing members, right? It's like you have your water in a bucket and then you have like a slow leak.
Well,
like, what do you think happening to that water is running out? And you just say, oh, because if they like the Amari said, CDC is the people. Yeah, we know Josh Via is a big cake. Yeah, we know he got a whole everybody coming around and the Hemo Magna, whatever. But if all those people leave, right, and Josh Via standing by himself, can he win an election?
Well, is that question to me?
Yeah, like if everybody, because they don't value anybody but Josh Via. If that's all the members of CDC left and Josh Via alone was standing, can he win an election?
But wait, let go back though. You see, precedent has already been set. Precedent has been set on these things, and people will not care. We're not talking at 1847 yet. We're looking at real things that are happening. Look at what happened. How many times Dillon flogged CDC in a place there? After
2 times.
2 times. Right? After Joe Weah president, Weah said that it's not gonna happen when you wash. 2 times flogged him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened to all the representatives and senators then that ran in 2020, I believe. They all got flogged. Something that Sir Joseph even mentioned. They all got flogged. So I say these things to say the only marketing tool that President Weah had on the Liberian people, that brand is gradually disappearing, for lack of better.
The greatest soccer player.
That great soccer player, every day that passes by, continue to evaporate. Because I'm telling you, the new voter that are coming, they did not see. I only saw President John Mahama we have played football one time in my life. That was the 2022 African Cup of Nations in Mali. That was the only time I saw him play. I did not see him play for AC Milan. I did not see him play for PSG. I did not see him play for none of that stuff. So my only
Me, you were younger at that time. How you would see the man playing?
was Mali. So that whole wizard something, I'm not for it. I know you are very good doing the 2002 African Cup of Nations in Mali. I think, I believe, if my memory can set me right, he scored the opening goal of the tournament. Right? So these things are, and these are realities. President Weah alone cannot galvanize and move that CDC base like the like of Molu and Thomas Faraday can move that base. President George Mahama, we are number one. His strength is not communication. We all know that. Right?
We know that.
So how can you convince people if you are the worst communicator in the history of Liberian politics? Even Yeke Kolba, you know what I mean? He can even convince people that. But President George Mahama does not have that charisma. He does not have that. Well, we all know he's not eloquent. He certainly don't have that the ability to campaign and convince people. So it's gonna boil down to that. So they can talk about how all of these people are irrelevant. They can talk about how Sir Joseph, Thomas Faraday, all these guys, they are nothing. But someone with senses, at least with their 5 senses correct, acknowledge that, look, if anybody who tells you that Sir Joseph leaving CDC is not a blow, you and that person, and you believe it, you and that person both are delusional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one thing to think like, yeah, it's no big deal, like I can't go making it seem. But I can't agree say he should not even be talking about it because Prince told whoop him something. So he should not be in any position to even talk about normal business. Back to you.
So Maurice, I know that the chairman is trying to talk to, Sir Joseph, but from the recording, I think you listened to it from the starting of the show, there was Sir Joseph like, my life was at risk. They threw a petrol bomb in my house. They tried to kill me for getting more votes than George Weah in Maserati. George Weah was there talking to me for 4 years. And I mean, he was really sounding like he was hurt talking about it. You think somebody like the chairman, like his little plea, being honest, even though he's being honest and all of that, you think that can ever convince the senator to go back to CDC?
No, Sir Joseph will not come back to CDC. That for sure. He will not join CDC back. But let me just say this, right? Look, the issue of I make Sir Joseph is nobody, CDC make the president, CDC make the president, George Weah live for his own hand, 2023. They put his hand down. He didn't win election. He live on his own hand, 2023. They put enough vote for him. And Sir Joseph live on his hand, they voted for Sir Joseph, but they did not vote for. So we CDC have to be honest. And this is the pattern. This has been the problem with CDC until they left power. When Prince Johnson started his issue, Prince Johnson started complaining. The same people, they say at Carol Gray, they took on the air. Let Prince Johnson wait, man. We don't need Prince Johnson. Niba County is no more. They say all these things to Prince Johnson. The man cried for 99 million. The man say, y'all owe our people. Y'all got to get our money. The man cry.
That's when they knew he was a killer then.
That's when they knew he was a killer. They say Ankara Grey. We don't need Prince Johnson. We don't need. In fact, Joe Weah, he own self more refer to Prince Johnson as a rebel. We don't need rebel. This is a killer. Yeah, and you spend 150 million in campaign, but you could not take 10 million and give it to Prince Johnson. Say, they want for your people. You sat down, you break that relationship between you and Prince Johnson. How come? Because the same people were telling him, the Prince Johnson are nobody, the president are nobody, the president are nobody, the president are nobody. That is a trend of CDC. That's just CDC. And so, and somebody asked whether anybody can be president in CDC besides Joe Weah. Only Joe Weah. My guest said it. If you look at CDC from 2005, CDC 2005, they brought one puppy who nobody even know about him. They call him Rudolph Johnson to go and run him into Joe. Nobody knew about him. They brought a puppy Rudolph Johnson. Yeah, 2005. They brought Rudolph Johnson where nobody even know about him. People were asking, but who the man? They own CDC are asking, but now know the puppy. They brought Rudolph Johnson and running mate for nowhere.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly. It was not within the CDC. 2011, the Magomago sang that because CDC was broke. The Magomago sang that way. They brought Winston Tubman. They went bento the Magomago sang that way. They said Joe Weah will run as running mate to Winston Tubman. Right after the second run, they said if after the second run, LeBron can call Berger, they say not going for second run. They said they would. 2011 second run, the boycott, they said nobody, because they didn't have money for campaign. That was the whole trick. 2017, fast forward, they brought Joel Howard Taylor. So that just CDC, only George Weah. CDC can never, CDC right now, you tell CDC, say that George Weah can, and you bring running mate within the CDC. CDC would never produce a running mate within CDC. They would never. They don't have anybody within CDC to go as a running mate. Even if the whole country said it will support you, bring running mate within CDC. They don't have it. Who in CDC that's Joe Weah that can go as a running mate to Joe Weah, or Joe Weah go a running mate to that person? They don't have it. That's just CDC. And they will be doing it until Weah will be naked one day. He said, we'll stay. Oh, but I get no clothes on me. They did it 2023 until, oh yeah, but that's because they'll be telling him the person going nobody, the person going nobody. That is a deception.
Yeah, they're
of the CDC. I gave it back to you, Amy.
No, yeah, Carrasco go as a running mate.
So the Holy Spirit can go grab me again. But anyways, I think that they're deceiving the president, the former president Weah. That's what they're doing. And I think they're doing these things because they want people, they know that CDC is crumbling, right? And if people coming up their own partisans and keep leaving and saying these things, all of that dirty deeds, bringing it out in the public, people that are great and think by bringing that fake English their own, on the media and trying to discredit these people will help them, right? But deep down inside, they're trying to do damage control. But they want to come out to you and I looking like, oh man, it's nothing, man. What they want to do is nothing, but they know the ship is sinking. But they don't want to show that. They don't want to show that weakness to the public. They want to show that strength, that courage, that they got things under control. But no, it's not. And trying to make that self feel like, shoot, President Boycott failed, God forbid. Oh, CDC is the next alternative. It's a big option that Liberia got to come back to something. Come back to what? And then when you ask them, then what are the Liberian people going back for? Judge Weah said rescue. So prices were like that, but now prices are like that. I'm like, really? That's your campaign message? Are you out of your mind? Do you know what day we're in? You telling me the prices were okay? Rice was $17.50. Now is how much is rice now on Tatos? How much is the bag of rice in Liberia?
Some places is $3,000. Some places $3,200, $3,000. The highest in US it will be something like $16. Let me see something.
Yeah, that's the price. $16, $17. That's the price.
Whoa. 2023. Right, bag of rice. Well, I think $17, $17.50, right?
$17.50.
So
The
what's
rest,
the
the,
problem
the,
now? Why the
the,
line say
red,
the rice prices
the,
up
the,
now?
the red press now is $16. Some of the places is $15.50.
So the prices actually drop.
Yes.
We're not hearing about that. So I don't know what the campaign message for the rice would be.
No, because
In case the rice price continue to drop. But anyway, that's
no,
what.
because their administration don't focus
Yeah.
on
Because
little things.
the reason the president take the rest the tariff on the rest. He took the tariff on it. And then
Oh,
the price of rest is
all
$16
right.
because
I remember that.
But you couldn't
yeah.
even find rest in CDC time. It was not only
So
$18, but you couldn't even find the rest.
so if you time the
I mean, like
if
it
you
was
time the
1994.
if you time the $16 in Liberty, it will be so it would with a rate of 200, it will be $3,200. But some
Okay.
places you can get it for 3,000, some places 2,050.
See, that's something we learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but the people are not sincere to themselves. That these are lies they going on today, like today, they losing their party headquarters from place to place. Do you know that they can lose their party headquarters from Maryland? Do you
Even
know that
grandmas.
they lose their party from Grand Bazaar? Even most of here, they know that they coming to lose two party headquarters. In District 16, they already moved them because they refused, they didn't have money to pay. Now they get
What
the
a disgrace.
District 16, not they say District 16. They take them from there because of rent.
Some
Now,
people who beating their chest on sitting on Facebook and YouTube, CDC is my baby. You cannot pay one party headquarter rent for your baby.
yeah, but these are some of the things we're saying. The people, everything about CDC, they run it on last. Seriously, they will not tell you one day, they will never come out and tell you, say, I got grade. The reason you see, I got grade 24.
CDC, that his life, that's his baby.
24 hour he appearing on show, 24 hour he appearing. Or to him that he thought that, or he thinking that if he continue appearing on show before from now to 2029, he can gain relevant, or maybe he can stay green that popularity for him to contest for in that district. And under no condition, maybe in a way Akagwe will win when he goes in on Paris. Probably he will win, but Akagwe will not.
When he goes sit down where?
Wait,
I mean, let me say it. Let me say this right. I mean, in 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
No, seriously.
Paris don't even know him. But go ahead.
But when he said on that he will win. But going on spoon talking every blessed day, jumping from radio station to radio station, it will not help him. So let him go back to the place when he get married. Then 2029 he come. We'll go for him.
I think Akara's girl is doing that because that's what gave him some sort of light in 2025, right? 2005, right? Because everybody knows Akara's used to be all in the noise. They all did
2011.
They protest. They calling for protest, and let's not tell you. He said, "Oh, go out there and my Ellie will call. Am I insurance ready? You wasn't."
No, the man said, Amy, the man said,
oh my God.
The pussy, Omen Bwaga was sleeping. Now Bwaga wake up, Bwaga again, yeah. He said, Papa, yeah, get problem. Because they call him for protest, the Omen, not even calling them to negotiate with them. And because the Omen again, yeah. He said, hey, man, see, you know, Omen Bwaga has one of old con. And at any time they used to intimidate the Oma will pick up food. Amara, boy, and I'll start again. Then I'm gonna be like, Oma, I'll take care of
that. Joe Boga lava Billy, then he get
Go ahead, man.
Let's Akara Green, right? Let me say this about Akara Green. Look, this is just it, right? For you to serve as a party chairman, party secretary general, he spent 12 years in the opposition as a key figure in the opposition, CDC, and it's no secret. All of them were taking money from Madame Salif. from the Amara Corner, and all of them were taking money.
Oh yeah.
He spent 12 years as a in the CDC. He served as a assistant secretary general to Eugene Agbe. When Eugene left, you became the general secretary proper. After that, you became representative for 12 years. After the 12 years, the next day, right after you left office, the next day, then you sit on the. I mean, we all sit on platform, we all sit on Facebook, yeah. But for you to sit on Facebook every day, it just shows that the man had no plan. He never prepared himself. That's just about it. Akara Gray never prepared himself. How many person you think people not? You think people not love CDC? You think somebody people not love CDC? You can see them, but they prepare. These guys were prepared. Akara Gray didn't prepare at all. I swear to God, nobody will spend as a lawmaker 12 years. You can every day you can sit down on platform to talk every day. He ain't got no plan.
But Morris,
yeah.
Morris, how would you?
Look at the man's demeanor. Look at the man's approach. Look at the man. The man, look, any person like that, you would think the person with all the baby boy and think can be speaking. You think he would take us to be someone adjunct professor at one of the institutes?
Oh boy, please.
No, I'm just saying.
No, but even business. But even business. If Akara Gray have business, I swear to God, if Akara Gray have business running, investment, nobody will consider on Facebook every day as a former representative, 12 years in office. The guy had no preparation. He didn't prepare at all. He was thinking that, and most of them thinking that they were going to win election 2023. How many of them sit there and they come and sit down every day? They got there. You think Akara Gray alone lose election?
It's a party mandate at this point. They're trying to make the party.
There are a lot of them lose. There are a lot of them lose election, but some of them prepare. Some of them prepare themselves. Akara Gray didn't prepare at all. He didn't prepare at all.
How the Mel prepare himself? When he said that 24 hours he lying. When the man said that and put manpower together to go protest to LU. When the man said that to go be eating or red or Buse Quadra, sitting down there doing other day. How the man get prepared?
Sir Joseph that he was talking about. Sir Joseph was talking about investment. Have you ever heard Akara Gray? Have you ever heard Akara Gray point at any investment in our country? Have you ever heard Akara Gray point at any investment?
But
beside the noise, beside every day, can make noise.
Ask Akara Gray, what have he done? When in the 12 years that he take power, what have he done for his district? What have he done? Joe Bwaga, because 24 hours he put in more on Joe Bwaga. He spent Joe Bwaga around 1.5 years. But as in the 12 years he served as sitting representative, how many bills he passed there? When he was trading Yage Korba, when Yage Korba insult the president, he will beat the Yage. How the man get prepared? Morris, tell me now. Tell me.
Prepared.
Yeah, but I think what's going on now is to make CDC relevant. They realize that Spoon, they acted like children during the election. They say, "Oh, because Spoon is talking bad about no, we're not going there." And I think ANC did the same thing too. So nobody wanted to come on. So now they feel like Spoon was the loudest voice for the election. They say, you know what? Same we think about it coming by and so they bring the propaganda between these people. So they try to bring propaganda between, Stanton and other people there, and they try to make that settle that they're the good guys now. Forgetting that they wanted to shut that station down during the election. They tried to shut it down so many times. Now that's the station they're sitting down on now, trying to make that party relevant and resurrect that party. That's what that is. It's not anything about readiness. I think it's about, this is that we want to make CDC to gain light or to come back. This is what we have to do it. I think it's a party mandate. That's what they're on over there. So let's go to our last something for the night. And let me play this video. We talk about police brutality all the time, right? And as we notice or know over the years, because we never had social media or whatever, so it wasn't out there like that. But when the police, regular citizens and stuff, or big men in the government or whatever, when they assault the police, never used to see that, right? Because there was no social media. They will come out and say whatever, however they want to narrate the story, and it was just people, not policemen. And the police people too was there, sitting under the sun all day, not getting paid on time, and then somebody doing that, and then they would jump on you and beat them. So that's the only thing we used to see back then. But even though we used to see it,
Morris, film yourself.
I made him. We never had that, clarity, or everybody was not seeing what was going on. We come here, we bash police for police brutality all the time. We show the videos, we lash at them, and I think we should be doing it to the citizens too, that assault the police. And for now, as long as we're on this platform, I will do it whenever I see it. So that's why when I saw this video today too, I know we talked about the Fula lady on the other day, and now we saw this one today too, older lady as well. It's so sad that these are mothers that's supposed to be teaching us some different than younger ones, some kind of moral and respect and how to carry themselves with law enforcement officers. We seen this woman today, me played it, and I felt so disgusted when I saw this video. Oops.
I see dead people.
Hey, where you at?
So basically, I mean, like Amy was saying,
yeah, so cute.
These actions now, at least, I mean, the level of consistency they are coming with speaks volume to a bigger issue. This has nothing to do with, police being not trained, blah, 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 blah. Oh. It has a lot to do with a systemic issue in a country. That is lack of respect for rules and regulations. What we see, it is absolutely, if Amy can get it working, it's bad. It's bad. I don't care how you look at it. Mm-hmm. Right? We talk about the Fula lady on here where we drag that one all the place, right? But the one was equally as bad too, right? Okay. Equally as bad, the Fula woman, they in fact threw, I don't know, hot soup or hot water, whatever it was.
So,
but this lady was in the policeman's face, not just in his face, pointing her finger directly towards his eyes. I mean, look.
Horrible.
When you live outside of Liberia, you really tend to really go back to Liberia and see how disrespected our police are. Oh my goodness. Anybody that lived in a part of the world that we lived in, even you driving police officer pull behind you. I mean, even if all your document, everything, your registration, your insurance, everything correct, but there's just this feeling, right, that what the man could find again.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, if they don't find anything, it's good. But if they find something that you can justify, it's probably just gonna waste your time. All that stuff. But we definitely feel that way. That's how police are revered in this country. Go ahead and play it, then I'll conclude on my position.
You can go. You can go. You can go. You will not go. You can go. You will not go. I have not going to arrest you. You will not go. No man will touch you. You will not go. You can't arrest me. People be paying them when you want to pay them. Okay. You saw you go. You can't bring all your hands. You will not You're not going. Don't go. You can go. You're not going. You can go. You can mess me on police. No, that you leave me now. You are there. That you don't go. She can go. You're not going. You're not going. No, you're not going. You're not going. You can go. You can go. You're sorry. You're sorry. You can go nowhere. Naomi, I say, it's very 4-6. I can come to you the Romeo and then damage. It's very 4-6. No, she start beating her. Maybe you're going nowhere. You don't mess your own police. They say you won't go. You can mess your own police. No, don't cash out. Don't cash out. You going. You can go, man. You can go. You can go. You can go, man. Man, you can go. Where? It's 4-6. We're working with you. With our person carrying on. She started telling us that people and our food is here with you. Please, let me tell you. Why would not that? The first one, when we have been before that, so that we don't want possible power. Then, a Martin he said, Martin talk. She walked on the sidewalk. She killed Martin. He said that they were falling in the street. Yes. Oh, yeah. I wonder, I said, what is here wrong? So you are female. You are married. But I saw with me. I said, stop what you doing. No more violent. All in the video. More violent. You can hear you colors out. The video there, you will see it. She said, I don't care. I'm wonderful. You're fucking record. Yes, lady. I want quite a female for because we want to say, oh, the day officer. I quite a female, I was saying. I see a radio inside the music. Somebody say you sound happy. You know what I said?
The other one I would be blowing the other side. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, continue from there.
Basically, that's what we have, right? But this is a culture that I've been tolerated for such a long time, at least since the post-war Liberia, right? Been tolerated for so long. But I don't think police are being badly disrespected as recently as it is right now. Was it like this during Ellington Morris? Just interject for a second. Was it really this bad on Ellen?
No. It wasn't like that.
So, I mean, there's a reason why these things are happening. I truly believe that this is a very fine institution, pivotal institution to law and order in a country. But look at these brothers and sisters. Look at their fashion. Look at their clothing. Look at their uniform. Look dilapidated. You see, sometimes when you put value, when you add value to people, that comes with certain respectability. But when people looking like that, people don't respect them. They don't respect them. Because their appearance alone does not command respect. And I'm sorry. Like I was saying, police officer can't run you in a place here, status in a country we in. Brother, you can tolerate the president of the United States come here and run you said than police. You force to respect police. They think how more do you know how the people talk about, oh, let's wait for a female police officer to come. Let me tell you, that's why police in a country, they try to have community engagement, teachment and stuff. But when you go out of bounds, that woman would have been handcuffed on the ground, because the moment she put herself in that person now, I mean, in that space now to be aggressive, to physically assault police officer by laying hands on police officer, all bet off. That woman should have seen herself on the ground. And I don't give a damn what it is. Because you saw in the video, she said she's very sound. Even though I caution that, because nobody being that sound man behaved the way she behaved.
Yeah, she was upset with the police, according to the policeman, because they were trying to detour the cars or whatever. They were sending them the other way.
Right. And then
she got upset.
And then she got upset. Which kind of country? I mean, police, but you don't know what kind of operation going on over there.
Right.
You don't know whether there is a safety concern on the other road.
Exactly.
You don't know none of these things. But you took a fight. I think those supposed to be roadside police or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Traffic police. They ain't gonna take your anger on those people. But you know what though? People are saying that Gregory Coleman should kind of apologize to the Christian to the Christian community.
You see that nonsense I gonna start it.
You know what I mean? But look, all I do know.
And that was just fun, I think, because
the police used a lot of restraint. We did not see that. We did not see that during the full hormone situation. We did not see that during the full hormone situation. And I'll give them break on that, because obviously you can also make the conclusion that they probably learned from that situation how to handle this sort of situation. So I'm not going to actually, I thought they really used, certain level of, or constraint to not
the chickens,
right, to not actually engage the
It's supposed to be in cuff.
But I am surprised that she was not in cuff. The worst, at least the least that would have happened was to get her in handcuff. And the whole time she's swinging, going, she still had that deli.
She had a weapon. She had an
umbrella in her hand the whole time, and it did not occur to none of them that the lady had to put that they had to put the umbrella away. I mean, it is just, I don't even know. Back to you, Amy.
Yeah, I think the police, this is what we always talk about. This is why I like to advocate for both sides. Police brutality and assaulting the police officer. I think it should be across the board. These are people's husbands. These are people's fathers. These are people's brothers. The same way how regular citizens are walking in the street, that woman looks like somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, and she behaving like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and you see the way they were trying to touch her and being cautious, don't touch her, like they're trying to scare the police now from doing their job. And you're supposed to restrain somebody from leaving. What's wrong with touching her? But anyway, go ahead, Morris. This is what
there's something that I learned from this incident. I think the police and I will put that blame on the police director, the IG. I think the police has bought into this, the public sentiment so much to the point that they have impeded their own judgment. You listen to the police officer, right? Oh, we want to touch before the people can say. The police cannot make a decision based on how the public especially when it comes to
they are buy into the public scrutiny or public
exactly the public sentiment. Oh, you hear the police officer say we want to shot before the people can say this. No, that's not how police.
They are afraid not to do their jobs because
exactly. That's what I say about I put a blame on the police director. A police officer in that case, the only way you can say a police in America, police can arrest anybody, whether you woman or you man. The only way you can say woman arrest woman because she woman probably she inside somewhere naked.
Yeah.
She's somewhere naked. Only police can go there to go search her, to go arrest her. But in the public area, in the open, in the open that you're talking about, you call the officer, you scared to touch her. What kind of officer? It even expose the police to the public, that the public can do anything to the police. Nothing will happen, and they will not arrest you when you woman. The men will not arrest you. What kind of police will have? It's so sad. In an open area that you're talking about, you can't arrest a woman because you got to call a female officer. The woman fighting you. How difficult if you're going to put that woman in handcuff her in an open?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, that's why I always talk about our law. We need to look at our laws. Do you know that there are even Liberian LMP? There's a penal code that you cannot assault the police. You cannot assault the police. Again, yes, you can cause the police.
The laws?
Yes, you cannot assault the police. Again, yes, you can cause policemen, but you can't touch policemen. You cannot assault the police. You know that there are also
laws in America, yeah.
Exactly. There's even a law.
Right? They're not using it.
There are even a law in the police. There are even a law in the police in the penal code that says you cannot sabotage police operation. You can be arrested. For instance, if the police can't arrest me, and Vakabine want to obstruct that operation, Vakabine can be arrested. That is in the police law. It's in the penal code. But because the police are buy so much into this sentiment, the public sentiment, it's scary. The country is so violent. We have a police. If I were a police officer right there, I will arrest that woman. I'm not calling for no woman.
That woman can't be on her back.
I will arrest that woman. I will knock her on the ground. I will knock her on the ground, put her hand behind her and handcuff her. Maybe they will not even have a handcuff. So it's just sad. Like somebody said, maybe Greg will come and apologize again to whoever. Seriously, you cannot. In America, yeah. Oh, yeah. In America, yeah, the people scared of the police more than anybody. What? And how it's supposed to be.
Police.
We know there are excesses. We know the police excesses, but the people should be afraid of the law enforcement. Any society. I went Liberia last time. The police put me over. So I gave my lesson to her. I don't even know why she put me over. The woman started working for out of me. I said, "Ma'am, can I have my lesson?" He said, "You can't." I just got by in my car. I didn't fight her. I just left her because, I mean, you have to respect any society where the citizen cannot accord respect to the law enforcement. That society will become chaos. What I saw today, and the police officer standing there, 3 officers standing there, they can't even arrest the woman talking about got to call the female officer. Really? They let it pointing finger in your eye. Yeah. The woman even said, "I will juke my hand in your eye." She said it in that video. Are you serious? I mean, I get about you, man. You know.
So Titus, you're the one there. You're on the ground. You live there every day. What do you think about these things happening? Do you? I mean,
that certain thing we get in the country, the police and the citizen, we are not friendly. If I say we are not friendly, you see, we the citizen, we don't respect police in this country. Mm-hmm. We don't respect them at all. The only person that you can say Liberian men or Liberian people will be afraid. If you put every man and say, tell people say they should not pass here. You can take 30 minutes, you will not see nobody passing there.
And why is that?
Nobody passing there because those people they don't joke. The people not laughing with you, but the police. Police no, we don't respect police. Seriously. And sometimes too, I look at it, I'm not bagging the people. It's wrong. What she did is wrong. Very, very wrong. But let look at in this way too. Like what Maurice just said. The police people too, they have to know their edit. But they don't know some of them they don't know their function.
You think they don't know their function, or they are afraid that they will get fired? The public will say, "Oh, they were doing that to the woman. They were doing that to the woman." You think that's what they're afraid of, or they don't know their function?
No, they want to happen today. They want to happen today. They were afraid because for what happened they go on time. Because they went down when that event took place. That police officer, they suspended that police officer for 1 month without pay.
For what?
These are some of the things that why you call the police officer and say, "Oh, we'll go call a female police officer so that at least she can come." I think you also making that statement.
That is not the instance where you need a female police officer.
You know,
Yeah, but because they are afraid. Let me tell you something. If that police officer will come and test that particular woman, the angry guy will come and the angry guy you come and see coming straight to that police officer.
That I will agree.
You can believe it.
I will agree to that.
You see?
But people that are about to fight each other. You remember at the end of the video? They're like, "Oh, they're beating the woman." But you know what happened? You know, they started going and like,
Yeah,
don't start
in a lot of instances, Amy, police officers are always attacked by mob justice, right? I can definitely see that because police are easily overrunning our country. But to Tato's point, the Wune area police would need a female officer if there is anything that have to do with search.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But in that case, Tatos, there was no you know what I mean? It did not reach to that point where they wanted to search or anything like that. But you see, they were more physically assaulting you. Even you
just grab her, and pull her.
Just put her on, you know.
No, maybe you don't understand. You don't understand what I'm saying. I am not saying that they don't have he don't have a right to arrest the woman. He have the right to ask to arrest the woman, because in the first place the officer told you that say leave the area. Then you stay acting rude. You ask the person. But there's the situation that we have in the country here now. If that particular officer will come and test that woman, at the end of the day, they come and join on that officer. Now first time happening. Now first time happening. Yes.
Tatos, Librarian Poe can be scared of the police. That thing, the police scared of the police. It's not true. When Jote was police director in Monrovia, not that the as much as Taylor was despotic, but not that the police were going around harassing people left and right. But people have fear for the police. Not that the police were the best dressed. Not that the police were the best dressed. People have fear for the police. Those
were normal police.
They were police. They were national police. They have police. They have SOD. They have police. They have SOD. They have this police as police director. How to call him? How to call the man that man? Jote. Jote will not come. Jote will not come. Somebody attack the police and Jote can say tell the people sorry. They're not Jote.
You're crazy.
You cannot attack the police. No. People have fear for the police. The Yeke Koloba, just to end up, the Yeke Koloba or the police and the Central Monrovia operation, something. When Yeke coming somewhere, people have fear for Yeke. So people can be afraid of the police. It depends the way the police director, starting from the director, the way the police themselves conduct themselves. People can be afraid.
Yeah.
Most scared because the boss made again.
All right. Maurice, like what you saying? It is true, right? But what happened to you now? They almost say, "Give me your lensing." Can I see your lensing? And then you take it, you give it to her, right? She gave it back to you, and she walked out of you.
That's still not me. I'm supposed to fight her, and I'm supposed to go for her, grab her, give her, stay in front of her.
No, I'm not saying that you should fight her because they play you from. Or they play you from. You know how police people can behave. But if I that does or maybe different person, I'll get back my guy and go call in front of her. Oh, give my lensing. Why you holding my lensing? Like the first thing I'll start asking.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the things. If anytime you come in the country, just go somewhere. I think said just recently there's a certain thing happening to SD Cooper the keke me. I think you were on the run. The police officer says stop. He did not stop. The police officers too in front of like man drag that police officer like to 15 to 20 feet. He was taking care of the officer. You can see if sometimes if you can go on social media, you can see police officer with the tested drivers. Now what telling you that normal thing.
Thank you.
Now normal thing that can happen. We don't respect police.
Thank you. It shouldn't be normal. This is what we're trying to. People shouldn't normalize.
Yeah, I understand. It's not supposed to be normal, but these are some of the things that can happen.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I know those things happen. I know, but this is where the police director and the people, as well as we're speaking against these things, police brutality. We also need to speak against the citizen assaulting the police, and that's why I thought that we should bring the video here today too and discuss it as well. Because
I can't be police.
Everybody needs to do that, to shine lights on these things too, to give awareness to it that this is not a good thing. And the police do need to be there's some training that need to go on. Like what Morris just said, what she did was wrong. She's not supposed to hold his license. If he did something and she's seen his license, she's supposed to give it back to him. She was supposed to arrest him. She's supposed to arrest him, but now hold his license and say you will constantly know that's not how you police. I don't know why it happened, but that's not how it's supposed to happen. Everybody
wanted
awareness.
You wanted money from him. Now for different things, she hold a blessing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody need awareness and everybody needs to know how to. This is a new Liberia that we something. So this is in the past now because that's what they are always being used to, and that's why they are behaving this way, and everybody being exposed now. And this making the police to not want to do their job because and it's good that the 4 videos play. In that Fuda woman case, they never played the 4 video. They only saw the part that her hijab came up and the man was trying to. I don't know. They said that was a woman. I thought that was a man, but they said that was a woman. I don't know. The lady the person that was pulling the lady out. They said that was a woman. I thought that was a man. But anyway, that the only part they show. They did not show the 4 video because I'm pretty sure those people did it. So strike different, the reaction that something. That's what we say. All the political honor is something that will honor it. That's something they were aiming at. That's what they tried to lie to the public, and the 4 video came out. So these things need to happen. Everything needs to be played. And when the 4 video came out, now people saw that the police never did anything wrong. The lady, the Fuda woman, was the rude one. She was the aggressor. She was doing everything, and the same thing in this video. Why was that woman standing out and you're calling female police? Why are you calling female police? You are police, so every time you go somewhere. A female is behaving like that, you're staying away from female police. You can't arrest a female citizen. Is that what they're trying to tell us now?
Well, Amy, and that's what some of us say there on the fire. Say, well, we can be selective in our approach. If we're gonna drag one out through the door, then obviously we have to apply the same energy when we see a day like today. But I can only come with this statement that I said earlier. Maybe, and just maybe, Gregory Coleman might have had a meeting with them, and they probably watched that video over and over and over and over again, and put every one of them because nobody deserves to be suspended in a country like bro where it's so bad for police officers they barely making ends meet than to be suspended for a whole month. But let me tell you, Gregory Coleman will have to come.
Nothing to be suspended for.
Well, Gregory Coleman will have to come back and tell the Liberian people, look. This is the thing, because as the IG, yes, your whole goal is to protect lives and property, but the people that are helping you to do that, those people's lives too need to be protected.
Yeah, you need to protect your man too.
The police officer need to be protected. Police value, for police lives matters. You know what I mean? So people that they are in charge of protecting, those very people cannot take law into their own hand by assaulting them. Right? This is not acceptable, even in America.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, Tatos, in a country, if a police officer is approaching you, you seeing that police uniform, any movement you make is ground for that police officer to defend himself or herself. Let me tell you, they take even in driving here. When police officer put that steering over you, you pull on the side, your hands will be on the steering like this. You're not supposed to make any movement. That police officer approach you, ask you for a driver license and registration. You have to ask that officer, I have it here. Why at the same time holding on to this? Let it tell you, go get it. Because any movement you make, they'll put bullet on you, man. That's the America we in a player. So when I see people coming around police officer, pointing finger at police officer, touching police officer, I'm like, you guys are getting it easy, man.
Yeah.
So Gregory Kuhlman have to come and redefine the role of a police officer, and Gregory Kuhlman have to come on air again to tell the people what's going to be accepted, what's not going to be accepted, what's going to be tolerated, and what's not going to be tolerated moving forward. I think people need to hear that. And no jingles need to be on every radio station, on every platform. Moving forward, any act of aggression towards a police officer will be met with S, Y, and Z.
You gotta speak the decision. Will be met with resistance.
No, but I think that's not going to happen, because if you rule the country,
today I ain't laughing, but we pray God that system can come in liberal, and then the police people can enforce it, but it will be hard. Seriously.
Somebody can have blood. It might be hard. When they see one or two person on the floor and dragging the car. But what she did over there, it was worrying enough to get her to against the wall, and it wall or something there all floor to get her because she was being aggressive. Shut up, cooperating to get her in her, and then to turn they would get her on that floor, like she can for those 10 men out, and they'll be like, you'll see different cars coming just for that one person. Just for that one person to be one second, just for that one person to be sunny. They will be bringing all these. You'll see different cars will be coming. There's a whole squad that they're trying to arrest because of that one person to put them down and do all of that. And people standing around, and she's still fighting. Leave me, man. What is that? That was just so disgraceful. You don't do stuff like that. And as an older woman, and that's why we keep talking about the female. Something, you're a woman. Then like, so what? What does that mean? I think the culture thing is also influencing the way they do their job too. Because from the way I heard him talking, you're a woman, you're a married woman. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's what it's mean. Come in.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that every one of you, maybe probably the day you come, check enter relay. Check enter relay, you stand there for a few minutes. Then you will know the reaction of the citizen, the way they will react on the police. You understand that what I'm saying is true. Now, even at that time when former President George Weah told them that he said they should leave Relay, over more than 6 months, they couldn't leave the place. The only way some of them left Relay, they went to Omega. It was the only time they put airfare Osa. That was the only time. Now what doing? They will respect airfare more than the police. That's why you can see all the time. Even if
you're closing in there, Tata. They include your closing there. You hear me? They include your closing with that. So can you?
Okay, like I was saying. So I will encourage with the citizen, at least we can respect the police, because I will not take myself from out of it, because all of us we in the bureau. But sometimes some of the attitude where the officers too can do too, they need to leave it and then focus on their job. Because whenever you serve, you are a state officer. So whenever you serve in the country, serve the country with your whole heart. But some of them, because of the money for the $5, $50, they will misuse their opportunity. What they have to do, they will miss it and go do different things because they want $50 from you or $100 from you. And whenever you ask me, every minute you ask me for $50, you ask me for $100. At the end of the day, I see you now say no respect.
Yeah.
So the only thing I will tell you is I will tell them, I will encourage them that they should focus on their job and then serve the state. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, just to close it up, I mean, thanks. It was a good show. We hope to come here anytime we have the time. But just to end it up, Tatos, the citizens are supposed to be afraid of the army. We're supposed to be afraid of the police because the police are the ones that we engage, we interact with on a daily basis. The army, sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes it takes whole year. You don't even see army people walking on the street, except you see them maybe 1 or 2. But you don't see them anywhere doing operation. You interact with the police on a daily basis. The police are the one that come to arrest. The police are the one that enforce. The police are the one that control the traffic. These are the people that you interact with on a daily basis. So we're supposed to be afraid of the police. I will say this again. If you have a police director, a correct police director, not a Gregor type, the citizens will be afraid of the police.
You trying to say about IG?
Not a Gregor Kuma type, the citizens will be afraid of the police. For me, people say, "Oh, police can save." Yeah, I know police got their own some little something, but that is not a reason for people to disrespect the police. That is not a reason for policemen to say, "You know what? If I do this, the way the public," you say the police, the law enforcement, and the judiciary, the court, they're not supposed to base that decision based on public opinion, how the public will feel. They're supposed to do it right. You're not supposed to, the way the public will do it. The policeman standing there, the whole Tesha, they know that they're supposed to Tesha, but because the way the public will react, the way the politics. So before the people can say, they're not calling the woman because they feel that they can't arrest her, because before the politics of the day, they have buy into that politics. That is a dangerous thing for a country. A police officer is supposed to, my life is at risk. What I saw the police people doing, it only showed that if something happened, they will not do anything because the way they're scared, don't focus on the politics of the day. Don't focus on the social media, something of the day. Do your job. Your job is to protect life and property. And I tell you, we can be afraid of the police. Depends on how the police conduct herself. Thank you. It was a good show.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. When you want people to respect you, you respect yourself. When you want people to value you, you value yourself. When you want people to respect your institution, you build a structure that demands respect for those people. Let me tell you this. At the end of the day, I'm probably sounding very radical tonight. But that's because I know very well there are certain group of people, at least for someone like me who's involved in youth development and stuff like that, I know that there are certain group of youth that requires or demands certain kind of approach from me, then I will not use that technique on another group, right? Liberia, and I'm going to say this, the level of lawlessness in our country does not need the strategic approach that we have seen being used by Gregory Coleman. Gregory Coleman seems to be a guy that is very, very calm in demeanor.
Yeah.
Always trying to please people on both sides, right? And that is not, you don't have that kind of population. And I'll be damned if I sit there and say we are so uncivilized. We were not like this. Labro are not like this.
That's what it is now. So we have to call it what it is now.
There is a song that says, Liberia, we were not like this, we were not like this. Standing, walking, it just convoluted. Everybody, nobody know what rules and regulations are. So when you are dealing with that kind of system, Amy, you have to strategize a way in which you can approach that. You cannot approach that bro situation right away. Hey, baby, you all right, baby? No. That's not the approach people understand. People understand radical approach. Why is that person when chancellor or president teams are different? Because just that thing, you don't pass it after 8 p.m. You pass it after 8 p.m., there will be a severe consequences to that decision. Right? You know what I'm saying? And the least you can get from that, maybe a broken bone. The worst of it, maybe you'll be dead somewhere, some kind of mattress on the Atlantic Ocean. Right? And that's not the approach that I'm going to take. But definitely, I'm not going to be that soft tissue.
But it works.
Trying to approach that. You have to approach people this way. You have to look at places that, like, look at, they got give me talking about link when you. I don't know, something like that. Alfred, look at that guy approach. Look at what is happening right now in El Salvador. When the gang war and drugs and cartel and stuff like that. A young guy at the age of 34, 35 years old became president. Look at that country today. You can walk in the street midnight.
Yeah.
Because he built one of the biggest prisons mankind have ever seen. Go on YouTube right now and put in El Salvador maximum prison. See how that thing is. So we have to approach these things with certain level of technicality that have not been seen before. I'm not saying kill people, right?
No,
but you need to discipline people to the T. Well, when they see police officer, they will understand that that person is protected under the Constitution and by the police department. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I agree. You know, like all in all, we put on Gregory, right? Because if you like what we're seeing today is that from the previous video, the police officer was suspended. Okay, everybody, you know, that's your own low did it, but you don't want to get suspended. You don't want people to, suspended for what? Why was that officer suspended? I still have a problem with that. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Everybody, you in that case, you're making people scared to do their job now. And Maurice started saying like, oh, we don't want to touch her because of the noise that came out. You feel like you have to come and apologize because they were arresting somebody. So these people now, they're scared. They don't want to arrest their lawyer too. Before they send out an officer got suspended. They don't want to get suspended and lose 1 month pay or something. Which is, you can't do that. It's dangerous for our society. And like we said, I'm sorry if I said this, but plenty of human rights, and now you know it can go to our heads. We as Africans, we love, I guess we like turtles, right? You have to put fire on our backs in order for us to move. Too much human rights is not good for us. And I'm not saying like Teresa, I'm not saying killing or whatever, but no, when the president does it, they get arrested.
But providing safety, they're not arresting somebody when they refuse arrest. That's your job. It's part of your job. Just do it.
You know, you got a lawyer there on social media and everything that politics, right?
Yeah, and the police buy into that.
It's so like this. So everybody trying to turn everything to politics now. So everybody politicking on Facebook and on social media. So it's just something that, and the police director is playing right into that. Right. So we need to stop this thing and focus on doing the job and do it the right way and make sure the police and the citizens are protected and safe at the end of the day. Thank you guys with that. God bless you all for coming. Thank you for being here with us. Everybody, John, Tommy. Who else? Who else is here?
You see the police standing down there before the people can say, you police officer, you talking that kind of thing?
Friends and everybody, Ma Wallet, thank you so much. For all of you who cannot see, we said thank you for being here with us tonight, and we appreciate you. Continue to share the show. Continue to share the show and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please, like I said, support us. Every time you see us on, join us and let's discuss the issue. With that, I said, God bless you. Thank you for coming, Tatas. You are the superstar, a rock star. You come on every night. It's probably like 2 or 3 in the morning there now, and you're still up with us and chilling and discussing like the right issue.
Megan go to bed soon. Megan go to bed soon to wake up just to come on the show.
Yeah, thank you. What's that? Real Madrid. What is that? Terrell, what was you showing?
FC Barcelona, baby.
FCB.
Barcelona. What about them?
The best football club in the world.
Really?
Mhm.
Someone tried to initiate me with Real Madrid. I don't know.
But I elaborate embassy football team here. I elaborate American embassy football team here. Do you know Moro captain for the American embassy in Labrador?
Why is he trouble tonight, guys? We said thank you. Let me tell you.
I mean, I left that embassy ever since.